Recently I fit a Chinese diesel heater to my van. My layout is probably very different to most people's, which is a whole other video, but this got me thinking, would my diesel heater work better for me with an airbox rather than the ducting? Could this be one of the best upgrades to my heater? It's probably much easier and cheaper to fit these heaters with stock ducting if you're putting them under a unit. However, as you can see from the layout of my van so far, I don't have units, so I can use my van for a wider range of activities other than just as a camper. I regularly use my bike store original bike rack, and although it's perfect, I do find it needs spacing out from the bulkhead. This is to stop the tyres rubbing, and it got me thinking, why not build a neat airbox to distribute hot air from the heater, space the bike rack out, and add a little storage while I'm at it. Apologies for stretching out the CAD footage for as long as possible to hide the fact I forgot to film the first part of this build. This is more than likely my first version of a heater box with a definite revision to come. Before I spend hours crafting a final version, I want to make sure my basic design functions and, more importantly, fits in the van. Version 1 is a simple box shape with two vents on top. What you've seen in this video is the revised version after the original caught on the bulkhead flap and the tie-down loops. If you spot any obvious mistakes or have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. If there is enough interest in this project, I will do a better job of filming the next version and put together a full how-to guide with all measurements, so make sure to hit that subscribe button for updates. With the design split into two basic parts, the heater cover and the airbox, I'm able to build and revise both parts independently. My van is a 2015 Ford Transit Custom. All measurements should fit the Transit perfectly. If you want to copy this design but have a different van, you may need to make some adjustments to suit. With a very simple initial design, the build was fairly easy. I used a pair of corner clamps to hold parts in place whilst drilling pilot holes for the screws. The hardest part was probably drilling all the holes for the air intake in the heater cover. My complete list of tools used are 2 corner clamps, a drill, an impact driver, 2mm drill bits and a hole saw set. In addition, I used a chop saw to trim some lengths of wood, but I got everything delivered cut to size. Thankfully, I noticed my initial height of 100mm prevented the bulkhead flap from being opened before I put everything together, and reduced the height down to 75mm. In addition, you need to space the heater vents out to miss this too. Does it work? Yes, I think it does quieten the heater slightly, but could probably do a better job with some sound deadening applied to the inside and stretch carpet on the outside. The distribution of heat seems a little more uniform, but there are certainly a lot of improvements to be made. As for providing a useful space to keep small items and space my bike rack out, it is perfect. For an initial idea to real working prototype in 24 hours or so, I'm pretty happy with how this worked out. I think it would be good to round the corners to improve airflow in the airbox. It would definitely be an advantage to add an opening lid to the heater cover in order to access the heater if you need to. I will definitely do some testing around these upgrades and more than likely make a bit more available storage above the unit. I also think sealing the airbox and adding proper fittings would be a huge advantage. There isn't much of a leak since I added draft excluder tape all around the edges of the box, but I would definitely fit a bottom into the next version and seal all the joints. If you're still here, you might as well like and subscribe. You can follow me on here or Instagram, and be sure to check out my website. There may well be a range of van parts coming soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.